Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday to all of you, and happy Chinese New Year Eve to everyone that is going to be celebrating Chinese New Year. This year is going to be very special because it's been a while since we have Chinese New Year Eve that is happening on Thursday. Typically, it's Friday or weekends. So it feels a bit different this year around. And together with COVID right now, a lot of things have changed. So if you guys have joined, just say hi. Just wanted to do a short LinkedIn live here to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year and so forth. And as what I mentioned in the beginning, right, earlier on this morning's post, I just feel like there are a few things that we can actually learn from Chinese New Year itself over there, because I was actually speaking over to my daughter. She's very excited, especially the eldest one. She's turning 5 this year, so she get to ask a lot of questions. And one of the things that we were doing uh, for the past few weeks, in fact, even like today itself, the first thing what we did is basically doing spring cleaning. This is very common. I believe everyone is actually doing it as well, regardless if you're celebrating any festivals. Hi, Kubalan. Thank you for joining in over there. Thank you for taking the time to join this LinkedIn Live over here. So I was sharing over spring cleaning. It's very important because this is where most of us are going to be spending time to look into the things that we have, the things that we have not using anymore. Typically, what should we do with it? And that's where spring cleaning comes in very handy, so that you know what are the things that you should do. Be it if you need to throw it away, you need to donate, and so forth. There are a lot of things that we have basically have piled up, and at the same time, what we have done is that we have donated some of the old clothes over to the Tzu foundations. And this is something I really, really likes about spring cleaning, because things that are still good, which you feel that is no longer in use, there are always other people that are needing this, be it if it is clothes, electronic gadgets, and so forth. If there are anything that is nearby your areas, please always feel free to donate them. Thank you, Mohan, for joining in. I'm basically almost finishing. Gonna be working, sending a few more emails. I think we should be able to wrap up by 4 o'clock today. Thank you, over there. And this is practically very similar as well, because for the past few weeks I've been speaking to a lot of individuals, and this is applicable to you, especially if you are looking for job seeking over there. So what you should do is basically relook into your profile. If everyone has a LinkedIn profile, you should do a spring cleaning on your LinkedIn profile as well. And especially if any one of you guys that are impacted by COVID, which is where we are helping a lot of individuals right now, one thing that I always highlight is that when was the last time you have updated your CV? Is this CV is something that you have been using for the past few years? Do you think it's still relevant right now? Because you have definitely grown, you have definitely developed from your previous years of experience. So why are you still using the same templates? Shouldn't you be doing spring cleaning as well? So this is something that which I feel that is very applicable, be it at home or even to some of you guys that are actively looking out for job opportunity. Please do spring cleaning on your LinkedIn profile, on your CV, or perhaps you need to take another good looking photos of yourself for in to be included in your CV. This is something that you should be doing in. So that's the first thing that I definitely encourage all of you to do over there. The second one, as I mentioned, once you have done the spring cleaning, so typically spring cleaning is very important. That's where you basically throw away or you donate away things that you don't need. And it's very similar as well. For most of us who has experience, or if you are a graduate and so forth that are having difficulty in securing job opportunities, because I've spoken to a lot of individuals nowadays, what you should do is that you need to start relook into what are the key things, what are the key skills that the industry is actually looking at this very moment. Because sometimes whatever things that you learn in universities may not be practical in accordance to what COVID-19 has brought us right now. So it's time for you to relook and learn new skills, and especially to those individuals that I've spoken to. I've given most individuals over here some of the market intels, what our companies are looking at, and especially last week we actually had our workshop, which is Enhance Your Employability workshop. We have highlighted some of the very important thing when it comes over to soft skills. And soft skills comprise of a lot of things. It's not just your communication, it's not just your stakeholder management, but there are also a lot of other factors like persuasive skills, the ability to learn skills. Because some people has difficulties of learning new skills, where some people can take it up very easily. But this is something that I would challenge you, if most of you guys are ready for it, to embark on year 2021. Challenge yourself to learn new skills, be it for personal development or for your career. So that's something very, very important. And thank you, Kosila, for joining in. Kung Hei Fa Choi. On that part, wish you all the same as well. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you for tuning in. So that's something that I would challenge all of you. And even myself, due to date, I'm still learning a lot of key things. Uh, some of you guys may know that I came from IT background. Even though I've been in recruitment for over 9 years, doesn't mean that I'm stopped learning about IT. But in fact, I do a lot of troubleshooting as well, as and when it's required. And at the same time, I also continuously learn some programming language. So in case if there's any hiring managers or HR were to ask, there are things that I can actually add values to them and even to candidates. So sometimes they would like to speak to a technical recruiter. So even to today, I'm still learning. So every knowledge that we have acquired has an expiry. So it's very important this period. Do a spring cleaning and take the initiative to learn new skills, because whatever that you learn stays with you. That is very, very important. And one of the other aspects when it comes over to Chinese New Year, and this is something which is very practical. You would tend to know, some of you guys, be it if you're celebrating Raya, Christmas, Diwali, Hari Gawai, and so forth, you will tend to have the mindset to reconnect. So how often, maybe some of you guys that are joining it right now, how many of you actually have a thought is that, oh, this is we are celebrating festival tomorrow. So who are some of these people that I've yet to speak to for the past 6 months to a year that you feel strongly that I really, really wanted to get back in touch with them? How many of you have these thoughts? Okay, can you please just type it in? If you have the thoughts that it's been a while since I last spoken to this person in festival, I feel there's a need for me to reach out to my friend. How many of you? I believe most of us have. And this is something that we all notice. As you grow older, you notice that your circle of friends becomes smaller. And that's where you don't focus very much on quantity, but you focus on quality. But nevertheless, all of us are swamped with work, we have our family commitment and so forth. There's no way that you can get in touch with everyone. But what I would do, I would encourage all of you, if there are certain individuals, your ex-boss, your schoolmates, your best friends, that you have yet to connect with them for at least six months to a year to a few years, take this opportunity. Just send them a greetings, be it a WhatsApp, a Telegram, using Signal, or even on Facebook messages, Instagram. Just wish them the best. I think this is something that is very important, but it's practical, that we cannot afford not to do this, because every connection, every touch points means a lot to that person, and you never know. Sometimes a small greetings that comes from you, sincerely from you, could make an impact to your friend and someone that cares for you. And let's take this moment to do it. Okay. Thank you, Aaron, for joining. Going project to you. Yes, same to you as well. Have an amazing year. Yogis Warren, thank you very much for joining in. Even Lawrence as well. Happy Chinese Year. Happy holiday to all of you. So as what I mentioned, this is the perfect platform to all of us to reconnect right now. Take this opportunity. And one of the key things is that it doesn't mean that you only send greetings to those that are celebrating Chinese New Year. And maybe there's a friend of yours in other races that you feel very strongly, it triggers you that, hey, maybe now is something that I should be doing. I should send him a greetings and so forth. Do it, please do it, because I feel that this is something that is going to be very valuable. And the longer, the more experience that we have, the more we value the importance of friendship, the importance of relationship along the way. All right. So PT, thank you very much. Happy Chinese New Year to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Which leads into the fourth very important thing during this period over there, which is, in that sense, if I were to share with you over there, let's just me put it over here. One of the key things here, it's to be flexible and adaptable. This COVID itself, I think there's a lot of changes in SOP. Even to my family as well, I think a lot of us are trying to adapt. So we're going to be having a Zoom session tonight with our family for a reunion dinner, even for the first day of Chinese New Year. So, and for this year, for many years, I've been traveling back to Penang, but unfortunately for this round, I'm not able to do so, which is very sad. But nevertheless, there are a few things that my family, my relative are doing right now, even for my wife relative. So what they have done is that they have prepared some food together with Ang Pao. What they are doing is that they're going to be ordering Grab to deliver this to the relative of each family tomorrow, which I think this is something which is very meaningful over there. It doesn't mean that because all of us we need to put ourselves at home to celebrate. It doesn't mean any less. So whatever things that we can do that we think is genuine, which is important, let's be flexible about it. I know there are people that are not feeling happy because they're not able to spend it, but I believe there are much bigger things that's happening. So if we were to able to decrease the number of COVID cases, it will be the best for everyone. So even to my family as well, even to my grandfather, we have already discussed and everyone acknowledged the importance of having this Chinese New Year's virtually with our family right now to prevent the increase of COVID cases, because if we were to do our part and it will help all of us Malaysian, which I believe is very important. It leads into we're able to save jobs. As what I mentioned a few days ago, one of the good friend of mine who has opened up a restaurant just sent me a text message saying that he needs to be closing down his restaurant due to financial difficulties. There are just too many hidden costs that he can't foresee. That if you don't do well right now, even for the next 3 to 6 months down the road, he's unable to survive and support his staff and his family. So that's something that we should all take note. Whatever that we're doing right now has an impact to all of us Malaysian, either directly or indirectly. So let's be flexible, let's be adaptable during this period. Okay. Abdul Mois, Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning in. And this is very important to be able to be flexible and adaptable over there. And which the fifth very important things that I really wanted to say is that forgiveness is so important uh, within our career and personal life. As I mentioned to most of you guys, there are times when you feel like you want to reconnect, but there could be something that hinders you from making that step. It could be something that happened in the past few years and so forth. Whatever things happen has happened, but during this COVID itself, I find out that a lot of things that is out of our control. It's very sad because just to know that one of our candidates that we know very closely, that I built relationship, that the family members was one of them actually passed away due to COVID over there, and it's very saddening to hear about this. And we know that life is so fragile during this moment, and one of the biggest regrets that I felt, that most of us would never want to bring it for it, if touch wood, if you were to pass away and so forth due to certain things, is to have that grudge that we are not able to take that step to ask for forgiveness. Sometimes forgiveness doesn't mean that a meeting is wrong, but it shows maturity that we can all move ahead, thinking of the betterment of all of us. Because sometimes whatever things that happen could affect an individual or the whole community as well. So during this period, please, if possible, if you are able to do it, please do ask for forgiveness, do forgive those people and so forth. And for myself, I would like to menyusun 10 jari sekiranya saya ada apa-apa kesilapan. Saya ingin memohon maaf dikatakan ada apa-apa kesilapan yang telah saya buat secara langsung atau tidak langsung. Dan terima kasih kepada semua yang sudi bersama saya sepanjang perjalanan saya di LinkedIn sepanjang 4 tahun ini. So really thank you all of you. I have to admit, as a human, I tend to make mistakes as well. So it's very important to ask for forgiveness and also to forgive those people that we haven't done anything over there. So that's very important over here. All right, so that's very important, and which is also leads to the final things that I would like to share. Every festival That's the reason for it, and this is where we need to celebrate. And it's very common during celebration, be it if you're celebrating Chinese New Year, you're celebrating Diwali, you're celebrating Christmas, Hari Raya, Hari Gawai, and whatever festival that is happening, you will tend to see people are smiling because when during celebration is where you wish people well, be it for their health being or for their health, for their joy and so forth. And this is the moment where every small things counts, be it if you have a small kids or even if you have a family members. For me, I'm extremely blessed that my grandparents are still alive, my parents are still healthy. I'm blessed with two beautiful kids and a beautiful wife over there, and these are the small things that we all should celebrate over there. And during these few days, let's just all make full use of these celebrations. I know it's gonna be very much different as compared to the previous year where you can't basically go in and do house visiting and so forth. But nevertheless, these small little things, having your own family members, even some of us having this technology right now to be able to do video call, to do Zoom, and these are the technologies that I feel I'm super happy because if you were to ask me 10, 15 years ago, it's going to be very different because we're going to be relying on telephone just to give them a call. But with technologies right now, we should be appreciative of all of the things that is given to us. And whatever things we're doing right now has an impact. So even to my daughters as well, I try as much as possible to become a good role model to both of them and to spend time and things like that. So this is the perfect moment to celebrate. And for every festive season, celebration doesn't only happens to the ethnicity or so forth. I think as Malaysians and globally as well, celebration any festive season is actually for everyone over there. So I wish everyone a fantastic year ahead because now it's still the second week of February, so we still have 10 and a half months to go. And I believe most of us have a lot of big dreams, a lot of big goals that we can actually do together. And sometimes you may face difficulties, but trust me, with the right mentality, approaching the right way, being able to learn new skills, you are going to be able to adapt and be much stronger and hopefully be able to reach your dream and goals that you have. And one of the key things for me this year as well is to continue to share more things and add values. One of the key focus for us as of this year in BTC is to help our young graduates, undergraduates, especially those that are going for internship and fresh graduates. Yes, there are a lot of people impacted, but one of the other things that is very saddening right now is that a lot of our interns right now are facing difficulties in getting internship placement because a lot of companies are not hiring at this very moment. So we are doing our best to come up with workshops, to collaborate with universities and companies. Hopefully we can help to place as many undergraduates and even fresh graduates so that they get a feel of going into the working industries and being able to contribute because these are our future leaders. If you do not um, spend time to nurture and help them, it's going to have a very significant impact to our economy, to our nation in the long run. So that's something that me and my team, we are looking forward to do. And these are all part of our CSR activities. There's no charges. So all of us are spending the extra time, the extra hours to work with students, to work with companies, to work with universities, even on weekends as well, so that we are able to give values back to the students and back to the community. So that's all for me right here today. A very short LinkedIn live just to share some of the thoughts when it comes over to Chinese New Year. And I wish everyone all the best. And to all of you that are celebrating Chinese New Year tomorrow, I wish you guys 恭喜发财，恭喜发财. Let's make this Ox year one of the best years of all with the right mindset, the right mentality, and things like that. Let's huat together. All right. And to all of you guys that are going to be on leave tomorrow, today and tomorrow onwards, happy holidays to all of you. And as always, as what I've shared, let's stay safe, let's stay positive, and let's build a community that cares for each other here on LinkedIn. Take care, everyone. This is Lai here signing off, wishing everyone a wonderful day ahead, wonderful celebration. All right, take care. Talk to you guys again very soon. Bye bye.